Hello, my name is Helena Schmidt. I'm a PhD researcher at the Aerospace Engineering faculty at TU Delft. I'm also associated with the Energy Transition Lab of TPM. In the next couple of minutes, I would like to tell you more about my research. My research is about the social acceptance of airborne wind energy. Airborne wind energy is an emerging renewable energy technology that uses automatic tethered flying devices, also called kites, to harvest wind energy at higher altitudes, roughly 300 to 600 meters above the ground. You can see two prototypes in the photos below. Currently, the technology is still being developed, but once it will be deployed more widely, it will impact people and nature. And these impacts will shape the social acceptance of the technology, and thereby also the long-term success of the industry and its contribution to renewable energy targets. Therefore, it's important that we understand at an early stage of technology development how people perceive and respond to the technology. I've recently published a literature review together with my supervisors in which we summarize what is currently known about the social acceptance of airborne wind energy. We discovered that, in fact, no empirical research has been conducted yet on this subject. Therefore, I believe that my PhD can contribute to a better understanding of the acceptability of airborne wind energy. So the main research question that I'm addressing in my research is how do people perceive and respond to airborne wind energy? This leads me to two sub-questions. What is the perspective and the interaction of different stakeholders regarding the acceptability of airborne wind energy? And which factors influence the community acceptance of airborne wind energy? And by community acceptance, I mean how accepting communities that live close to airborne wind energy sites are of those sites. And I'm planning to address these questions through two main methods of assessment: stakeholder interviews and resident questionnaires. The reason I want to do stakeholder interviews is that social acceptance does not boil down to only community acceptance, but it also entails what policymakers and other key stakeholders think of the technology. Therefore, I'm going to interview different stakeholders from the field of airborne wind energy, such as developers, policymakers and regulators, local and national authorities, NGOs and interest groups, such as environmental organizations, but also journalists and researchers. For my resident questionnaires, I'm going to administer questionnaires to communities that currently live close to existing airborne wind energy test sites. And the purpose of these questionnaires is to tear out the factors that influence community acceptance of airborne wind energy. I hope that I've sparked your interest about my research, and if you have any questions or you would like to collaborate in the future, please don't hesitate to get in touch either via email or LinkedIn. Thank you for listening.